I don't know if there's anything more difficult than finding that right somebody special, that someone to date, that someone to marry, that someone to be a partner with. Sometimes life is so tough. So today we're going to find out, how do we find that perfect partner? Stay tuned. Let's check it out. Hey guys. There's a reality when it comes to dating, when it comes to finding that perfect partner. You know it, I know it, it can be hard. Sometimes, right, we do the best we can and we just strike out. We've discovered, right, that dating is hard, and we know that, but we also know the older we get, the harder it gets. It seems like the number one ways people meet people, or meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right or whatever that is, or the perfect partner, is school. You know, you're going to school, you meet somebody, you start to date. Sports, like you're involved in sports together. Hobbies that you share. Work, like you meet somebody on the job, or church, or places like that. Social interactions, social clubs, that type of thing. So if you don't have any luck meeting people in those spheres, or if you're older and you're not in school, or you're not in other places, or you're working from home, that you will have difficulty meeting somebody. So how do you meet them, and what do you do? What do you look for? During this coronavirus lockdown period, right, the 6 or 7 weeks, many of my clients asked me, "Doc, what am I doing wrong?" They would find somebody, but it would be the wrong person. Then they would ask me, "Am I desperate? Do I look desperate? Am I too professional? Am I too scary? What is going on?" So in listening to them and talking to them, it really dawned upon me that perhaps all of us, if we're single, need to brush up on our skills and understanding, so that in this pursuit of finding whoever the perfect partner is, we don't take it for granted, and we're aware of some things that are very important. So we're going to talk about 7 of them today. The first one is this. You have to be confident in who you are. If you're not confident, you're not going to find somebody who's confident, because really the way you treat yourself is the way someone else is going to treat you. So if you elevate yourself and treat yourself well, someone else is going to elevate you and treat yourself well. If you belittle yourself and look down and don't make eye contact and kind of shy away, then you're going to find somebody who wants to dominate that. So that's not going to be a healthy match, right? You have to understand that you rock, that you have value, that you're amazing, that you're the princess or that you're the prince, right? And the person who chooses to date you should consider themselves lucky and blessed. So you have to kind of boost your self-esteem, understand your real value. But here's the danger, right? You want to be confident, but you don't want to be cocky, because cocky is a turnoff. Confidence attracts people. So you have to be confident in who you are. The second thing is you have to stay true to who you are. A lot of people will change in some way, right? There's this story about people, like, you find somebody and you want to go to a football game, and they're like, "Oh, I love sports, I love football." And then you're dating, they're doing stuff with you, and then after you get married, now they have no interest, because who they really are starts to emerge. Stop playing those games. Just be you. If this is how you dress, dress like this. If you dress up to the nines, dress like that. Don't feel like you have to become somebody you're not to attract somebody, because that's going to burn you in the end. You have to stay true to who you are. So if you like country music, which, hey, that's a good thing, love country music, right? Then love country music. If you're a rap person, love rap. Whatever it is you like, right? Be you. Being you is the gift you have to offer. So don't belittle it. Don't minimize it, right? Be you. Along with that, don't lower your standards, right? I had one lady tell me that, she was dating this guy and he was dropping all kinds of hints that he wanted something more. She waited. And so she had to explain to him, and he was like trying to pressure her. You know what? Don't lower your standards. Whatever your standards are, keep them. Don't change them for anyone. So, right, stay true to who you are. The third thing is heal from past relationships. You don't want to just get out of a relationship and try to jump right back into a relationship. One relationship expert said that it takes half as long as the time you were in a relationship to heal from a relationship. Now, I don't know about that, but if you've been dating for a year or so, you're going to need a couple months at least, right, to heal and to get over that. The longer you've been in relationships, the more you might actually need time to heal. So don't rush into the next relationship. You need to heal, right? You can't find a healthy partner unless you are a healthy partner. So a lot of times, right, when a relationship ends, we have to grieve it. Even if we're the ones that ended that relationship, right, it's still a loss of something. Because every relationship has kernels or nuggets of something that might have been good. So we have to grieve the loss. And sometimes it's grieving the loss, not so much of what we actually lost, but we grieve the potential, family, kids, or whatever it was, right? We grieve the potential of what it could have been. So we have to heal. On average, it can take up to a year to heal from a really significant loss. Doesn't mean you can't date during that year, but you have to be aware of your issues. That's where counseling might help, or processing, talking, journaling, doing something. Don't stay stuck. The fourth thing is very important. You have to live life while you look. Don't just wait for the perfect person to emerge. You have to live life. Don't cocoon. Don't isolate. Get out there, live life. Ride bikes, ride motorcycles. That's a good choice. Right? Do something. Go boating, go fishing. Get out and embrace life at some level. Right? That's important, because as you live life, you're going to find people, and you're going to have that glow, that confidence that comes from somebody who's very secure in who they are. So it's a really great gift that you can give someone else, but more importantly, it's a great gift that you can give yourself to live in this moment. Don't put this moment off. I remember talking to this older lady, and she was a widow. And I was helping her with a roof because she had some roofing problems and didn't have a lot of money. And I asked her, I said, so how did you end up here? And she said, my husband and I, we were pharmacists in Iowa. And we scrimped and we saved. We didn't vacation. We just saved everything. And then we retired, moved to California, and we were going to live the high life. But then her husband got sick. He ended up passing away. And they spent all their money trying to keep him alive. So at the end, she wanted to tell me this simple message: live life. Don't be stupid about it, right? But live life. Enjoy the moments, right? In this pandemic, right? So many people before this were so busy. And then when they had to slow down, they had to learn how to enjoy life again. So live life while you look for that perfect person. Number 5, remember this: you have to risk at least a bit. You got to move out of your comfort zone into this risk zone. You don't have to go crazy, but you do have to risk a bit. Some people, that means getting on one of those dating sites on the internet. But remember, if you're going to get on the dating site on the internet, be careful. I wouldn't use the free ones. I would use the paid ones, because they tend to be a little bit classier, you might say. And you kind of get a different class of people who pay and invest because they're really looking for a partner. So dating sites are okay. You got to kind of be careful and wade through them. You have to be aware. You don't want to just meet a stranger. So have people involved in your life to help you. But, that can be a way. You can risk a little bit there. You can risk, by joining a dating site. You can risk by going to a church singles group, by getting on social media and just kind of telling your friends, hey, if you know somebody, this is kind of what I'm looking for, and, point them my way. That's okay to risk. The 6th thing is don't dump and don't settle, right? It's A and B. Don't dump means when you meet somebody or you start to talk to somebody, don't just pour out your life story. And matter of fact, if you meet somebody and they pour out their life story, that's a big warning sign. That means they have poor boundaries, right? It's a manipulative move. Don't go for it. Ease your story out and let them ease their story out. Depth in relationships, right? You share a little, they share a little. You share a little, they share a little, right? This time of sharing adds depth, right? So you have to be careful. Don't just dump it, right? Be careful. The other thing is don't settle, right? As you're talking to somebody, don't start thinking, oh, this probably isn't the right person, but I'm so lonely or desperate, I don't want to be alone. Don't get that type of thinking, because desperation always breeds mistakes. And that's not a healthy thing for any of us. So don't be desperate, right? Take your time, process. If you have to say no, right? But stay who you are in the process. And that's the last step, number 7, right? Be patient, right? You have to be living life and being who you are, working through your issues, right? As you go forward in this life. Eventually you will find the right person, but you have to be patient. Don't rush it. Learn to live and enjoy this moment, to build friends, to build a family, to stay connected. And eventually things will work out. It is my belief that that's the way it works. So hey, if you think this video is helpful in any way, you know what? Subscribe. That would really help us. We're just trying to build our subscription levels. We're trying to build our family, right? If you think this video is good, you can like it. You can hit that little bell, ring it, and then when a new video comes out, right, you can be told that it's there. You can let people know, right? Because we're out to change the world. We believe that together we can make a difference and we can make our world a better place. And it's been amazing to talk to you and to share this time. I'm so privileged to have this opportunity. So look, in the comments below, right, if you have ideas like, hey, what works for you? How did you find your perfect partner or your imperfect partner? Or any tips or words of wisdom or questions that you have, please write them in the comments. It's my goal to get to each and every one of them. We're so thankful that you share this time with us, and we hope you have an awesome day. Peace out. Doc.